Since I moved in with my boyfriend, we are constantly arguing. Why? Okay, so I'm sorry to hear that. It's something I've talked about in the past a lot. It's creating space in your life. And that is not just physical space, that helps, but it's emotional space, it's being space. It's everything we talked about today, these thoughts that come up and that you glom onto, and then you follow them, and you spend 5, 10, 15 minutes lost in this imagined reality, and you create things in there, and it creates this clutter in your head, and you're obsessed by that. And sometimes you haven't even come back from that thought, and you're already glomming onto the next one, and you're lost in thought there, and you spend all day that this is all busy energy. This is all occupying you. It's a weight on your being. Your inner voice is completely drowned out. You're lost in the mind-driven, the steering of life. And that's when you feel confused and you're trying to make sense of things and they don't make sense and you wonder why. Well, you have to bring it back to the space that you need to create within yourself to just be, to allow yourself to be and allow that inner voice and that inner wisdom to be. And there's a stillness that is required to stay connected to that, to be in your body. Sports is a great example of being, there's a term of being in the zone. That's when that naturally happens. So your mind is completely still, you're in your body, it's almost like you're observing yourself executing, and everything works perfectly. You don't even have to, your body actually suffers when you interfere with it. If any sport that you practice, the more you let go of your thoughts about this is the right way to do it, that's the right way, the more you relax into your body, the more it actually takes care of things itself. It knows how to move. Your body knows what to do without you having to tell it. And if you tell it with your mind, you're just interrupting it. So you may have experienced in exercising and even just treadmilling or going for a walk, just a simple walk, how it quiets your mind, especially in nature, right? Because you start to connect to the bigger being of everything. That the stillness sets in. And in this stillness, you feel good. You feel at home, you feel connected to everything because everything exists. And when you're not pulled into these thoughts and obsessed, your attention is not obsessed with these judgments about what should be and shouldn't be, then you have the space to be and feel connected to the world and life. And that's when you come out of this feeling small and isolated and actually expand to your fullness, that we all are full and complete and perfect as nature can be within ourselves. And when we don't judge life that it should be different. So create that space, not just in your relationship, but even within yourself, by yourself. And use the opportunity in partnership. This is why partnership is so wonderful and so enlightening, is because you can't just run away from these things. You can't distract yourself by doing something else. You have to really collaborate with each other, have a conversation about this. It's important. One person shouldn't be trying to create space and the other one doesn't know what's going on. They're in the dark, and then communicate about it. And agree on stillness. Agree on moments throughout the day that you agree to be quiet. Over a meal, sitting next to each other on the couch, reading books. It doesn't have to be a weird thing. You don't have to artificially plop down next to each other and just do nothing. Right? You can, but it would be a fun thing to try and do. But really, in your activities, in your normal activities, awareness is not meant to take you out of life. It's meant to tie you into it and make you feel connected more, okay? So the things that you ordinarily do, dishes and cleaning and puzzles and whatever you're doing about the house is that's where you want to practice the stillness. So be really still when you're around each other. And whatever that activity is, agree on just one or two or a few things today that you're going to be still with each other. and see where that takes you.